Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 837th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. And what a cracking, old school, old-fashioned, classic battle I've got for you today. It's a Rome v Rome battle. Very rare these days to see a Rome v Rome battle, and as you can see, it's fought on a grassy flatland map. And as I say, very rare to see this, and this battle turned into an absolute classic, which I hope you will agree after you've watched it. Okay, our first teammate is someone who's called himself OTD Chinny Poo, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. Now he's got 6 infantry, 8 archers and 6 cavalry. Yes, he's only got 6 infantry here. Okay, quick look at the upgrades on his archers here, and you'll see gold shield, gold attack on his archers. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, just gold shield, gold attack on his infantry. So as I say, just 6 infantry, 8 archers and 6 cavalry. I got a feeling, if I remember correctly, yes, fully upgraded cavalry. So that's 3 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack. That takes them out of the elite bracket into the super cavalry bracket. But the question I would ask you is, 6 fully upgraded cavalry and 8 archers, is that going to make up for just 6 infantry on the modern 31k battlefield? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member Earth. Now, you won't believe this, but Earth has got exactly the same army as Scorpion King. I think he's got 6 infantry, 8 archers and 6 maximum upgraded cavalry. And they weren't, I know when we were setting up, we weren't talking to each other about bringing these particular armies. They've just bought these armies because they wanted to. They are fully upgraded, 3 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack, cavalry as well there. So as I say, it's so far 2 exactly the same armies, just 6 infantry, 8 archers and 6 maximum upgraded cavalry. And our next teammate is Brotherhood member Vicox, and you're not going to believe this, right? But he's got exactly the same army, 6 infantry, 8 archers and 6 cavalry. So these 3 teammates of mine have all got exactly the same army, and they weren't talking to each other, you know, like, because you can see in team talk, you know, during the setup, and they weren't talking to each other. They've just decided they're going to bring these particular armies as individuals to the team battle. So I'm the odd one out here. And just to say that I've got an unusual army here. I've just got 12 infantry, 2 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, now when we bought in the 31k rules, most people bought 2 or 3 archer units in their armies, but over the years people just stopped bringing archers, and we just had a infantry and cavalry battle really for many years, and that's why I tend to bring an army without any archers in. Now for this particular battle, I've decided to resurrect a very old army here. As I say, 12 infantry, 2 archers and 6 cavalry. And those of you that play with me regularly will know I never bring archers, but I've decided for some reason this particular battle to resurrect a very old army with a couple of archers in it. This is an army that we used right back in the early days of the 31k rules there, where, as I said, people did bring 2 or 3 archers. I've managed to put more upgrades on my cavalry there, because obviously I've got less infantry than I usually have. So there's our army, our team there. Be interesting to see what happens as the battle unfolds. This is going to be a classic. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Crypto. Now Crypto has got the bog standard 31k Roman army of 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Now that's been the bog standard 31k Roman army for many years, and the reason it's the bog standard 31k Roman army is because it's so effective and so efficient. 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Spark. Now Spark has just got 6 infantry, 8 archers and 6 maximum upgraded cavalry. So he's got the same army as my 3 teammates have there. Okay, so I just thought that was quite funny that Spark has got exactly the same army as my 3 teammates. That's I just found that quite amusing there. Maybe this is the new standard 31k Roman army: 6 infantry, 8 archers and 6 maximum upgraded cavalry. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member JGP. Now JGP's got 12 infantry, 2 archers and 6 cavalry. I would say that's more of a traditional 31k Roman army. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and he just got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry there. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles that army. And their last teammate is Brotherhood member Lando. Now he's got 15 infantry and 5 cavalry. Okay, 15 infantry and 5 cavalry. So there's the enemy team. This should be an absolute cracking classic battle for you to enjoy. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought you might find it interesting if we do an infantry count of both teams, okay? So there you are. There's Scorpion King's 6 infantry there. Okay, this is our team, of course, so that's 6. Then we've got Earth's infantry, that's another 6, so that's 12 infantry units so far for our team. Okay. And then we've got a Vicox, so that's another 6, so that's 18 infantry so far. Okay, 18 infantry, and then my 12 infantry. Okay, so our team has got 30 infantry units. That's for the whole team. Just 30 infantry units for our whole team. Now let's have a look at the enemy team here, because this could prove pivotal to the outcome of the battle. You got Lando there with 15 infantry units. Okay. And then you got JGP with 12 units there. So that's 27 infantry units already. They've nearly got all the infantry units that we've got in just 2 armies. Okay, so that's 27. And then you've got Spark 6, so that takes it up to 33. Okay, so that's 33 infantry units so far. Okay, and then we've got Crypto's 14 infantry units. So the enemy have got 47 infantry units against our 30. Okay, so they've got 47 infantry units against our 30. Okay, so I just thought you might find that interesting, and that could prove quite decisive as the battle unfolds. Now, archer-wise, we do outnumber them. I think archer-wise, we've got 26 archers and they've got 10. But the main thing is they've got 47 infantry units against our 30. Should be interesting. Okay, at this early stage of the battle here, you'll see that I'm on the left flank and Vicox is in the left centre. Well, at this very early stage of the battle, Vicox asks if we can swap, and he can move over to the left flank, and I'm going to move over to the left centre there. Which, of course, I said, yeah, sure. If that's what he wants to do, then I'm quite happy for that. So just watch out for that. You'll see me move my army over into the left centre a little bit later on there, and then Vicox should move over to the left flank, which is what he's asked for here. Okay, you'll see that we know that Lando is one of the most aggressive attacking players on Rome Total War, so it wouldn't surprise me if the battle started off on this flank here. And we know that JGP can also be very aggressive as well when he wants to be. You'll see Vicox here. Can you see him taking his archers and cavalry out to the left flank around Lando here? Now this is a very common tactic. I notice a lot of RTW players like Luke and Spark, they tend to do this quite a lot, and you can see this is what Vicox is doing now. As I say, this is kind of like a standard tactic that people have getting used to now, and you can see that Lando is looking to counter this tactic now with both infantry and cavalry here. Okay, now I did find it very strange that Vicox asked to come over onto this left flank when he's got 6 infantry and he's going to be facing 15 infantry of Lando's there. So I did think it was unusual for him to request the left flank, but as you can see here now, I'm doing what Vicox requested there. I'm moving my army back to the left centre, and then Vicox, as I say, asked if he could have the left flank there. So I'm just waiting to see him move his infantry out to the left flank there. But as I say, I thought it was a very unusual request, because his 6 infantry will then be facing 15 infantry of Lando. So as I say, an unusual request, I think, what I was thinking at the time. But here you can see Lando moving forward in his usual aggressive self there. And just to pause the game for a second here. So as I say, you can see I've taken my army over to the left centre now, and I'm just waiting for Vicox to move his infantry over to the left flank, as he said that's what he wanted. But at the moment, we're kind of just both stuck in the left centre there. So we've got no one to guard the left flank at the moment. But as I say, I don't think Vicox really wants to move his infantry over there, because he'd be up against 15 infantry units of Lando. And that probably wouldn't go very good for Vicox's 6 infantry there. You can see that, as I say, Lando's countering that tactic of Vicox's there with his infantry and cavalry, taking out his archers and his cavalry as well there, from what I can see. Okay, but as I say, the battle looks like it's definitely going to start off here on our left flank. Now, as I say, Vicox there is not moving. I kept waiting for him to move, because he said he wanted the left flank. So, as I say, we've got no one on our left flank now, and we just got our 2 infantries there in the left centre. And make no mistake, Lando's going to make the most of that. Look at him coming around our flank now. You can see there's infantry there, those 15 units there moving around our flank. I'm going to move over a little bit there to get in a position to face a JGP who's coming at the front of us there. But as I say, just look how Lando's being aggressive. They're coming in on the flank of Vicox's 6 infantry. Okay, this is to me the Achilles heel of these type of Roman armies that my teammates have bought. 6 infantry units going up against 15. Now you can see Earth here bringing reinforcements, his cavalry over his reinforcements there on our flank, and you can see JGP closing in on my infantry, and you can see Lando definitely coming in on our flank there. Okay, now meanwhile over here on our right centre and right flank, you'll see that our allies are moving their armies, archers, infantry and cavalry all over there towards our left flank. They can see that's where the enemy looks like they're going to attack, because if you notice, you'll see that the enemy troops are all moving over to that our left flank as well. So it certainly seems that that's what's happening there. You can see them all moving over there towards our left flank. As I say, Lando, one of the most aggressive attacking players in the game, and I think the position that he's in, he's going to love that, because he can see that he could roll us up there if he comes in on our left flank there. Now you can see the only thing that Vicox can do with his 6 infantry is back off. He doesn't want to take on 15 infantry. The pilers alone probably destroy most of his army there. So now I've got to reposition my army now, if you notice, because I don't want to let Lando come in on my flank, and I'm trying to reposition my army to face the threat of JGP, this SBQ army there. But there you are, you can see Lando moving forward there, as I say, very aggressively towards Vicox's army. As I say, these armies are okay when they, 6 infantry are okay, but when you come up against 15 infantry, I just think that, that's obviously the Achilles heel of these 6 infantry armies, and I mean, you can see Lando's got his cavalry there. You got JGP's cavalry there as well, and as I say, you can see all the enemy troops moving over to our left flank there, and all Vicox can do with his 6 infantry is retreat. Obviously, like I say, 15 infantry units, the pilers alone would destroy most of his 6 infantry there. So now I've got to reposition my army now to face the threat of JGP coming in on me. We're doing a bit of exchanging of pilers there. As you can see, some pilers going in. But there you are, you can see I'm repositioning my army to face JGP. But as I say, all Vicox can do there facing 15 infantry is back off. That's all he can do, because, as I say, the pilers alone would probably destroy most of his infantry there. I'm going to have to move my infantry again, because Lando would look to come in on the flank of my infantry there, so I've got to reposition my infantry again there. So you got JGP and Lando there moving in on me there. You can see, as I say, our allies have brought over reinforcements here, archers, cavalry and some infantry as well. So that's a good help for us here on this left flank and left centre. You'll see I'm moving my army back a little bit. Over here, right over on our left flank here, you can see the enemy cavalry are taking out Vicox's archers there. There, they've got a lot of cavalry over there. I think you got Lando's, JGP's cavalry there. You can see Vicox's cavalry attacking there, but there's a heck of a lot of enemy cavalry going in there. See that cavalry unit going in there, and bang, as it smashes in there. I think Vicox, all he can do now is pull those cavalry back there against the numbers that he's coming up against there. And as I say, over here you can see I've repositioned my infantry there once again, and I think Earth's got his infantry by the side of mine there as well. There you are, you got Earth's infantry and my infantry there, but just look how outnumbered we are You know, if you just look at the number of enemy infantry, remember the enemy team have got 47 infantry units, we've got 30. So they got 47. Imagine the firepower that they've got there in comparison to our 30 there. Right, you'll notice here that I'm taking my cavalry over to the fray. Now, bearing in mind this is an old-fashioned, old-school army that I don't usually bring. I've managed to put more upgrades on my cavalry, so I'm more confident in using it on cavalry versus cavalry. Plus, we got archers shooting into their cavalry as well. But I believe that Crypto's brought his cavalry over here as well. So, as I say, this could be a massive cavalry scrap here on our far left flank. As I say, you can see me moving my cavalry across there now. And we've got our allies' cavalry there, but just look at the enemy cavalry there as well. But as I say, this old school, old-fashioned army of mine, I've got quite good upgrades on my cavalry, and I'm quite willing to take on the enemy cavalry here in a cavalry on cavalry scrap. Okay, there you are. You can see Crypto's SPQ or cavalry there. I'm moving towards him. It wouldn't surprise me if he turned and charged into the flank of my cavalry, but I'm going to charge into his cavalry with my cavalry as well. And bang! As both cavalry smash into each other there. We're both going to alt attack. You'll see we're using our heavy swords there instead of our light lances now. What we need now is our allies' cavalry to start coming in there. I think you're going to see a massive cavalry battle here now. You can see the enemy cavalry coming over here. Make no mistake, they're going to charge in. There's some SPQR cavalry going to charge into the rear of my cavalry. Remember, our team are all red. We're all red Julii there, and you can see enemy cavalry probably going to charge in, and those two SPQR units going to smash into the rear. But remember, if you just remember simply that our team are all red Julii troops, okay, and the enemy is everything else, if you see what I mean. You can see Vicox and Earth's cavalry ready to charge into the fray. But what I'm a little bit worried about is Lando's 15 infantry units. He's moving towards the cavalry here. Okay, now you're going to see a sacrificial lamb here by Earth in a minute. He's going to put one of his fully upgraded cavalry in to try and slow up a Lando Scipii infantry. Right, you can see here Earth charging a couple of his cavalry in there. He's just charging, but here, this battle damaged unit, he's going to throw in there to try and hold up Lando's infantry from getting to the cavalry scrap. Okay, it might only buy us a few seconds there, but that might be enough for us to rout most of those enemy cavalry there. So that cavalry unit he's going to use as a sacrificial lamb as he charges his cavalry in here to help try and take out the enemy cavalry. So watch what he does with this particular unit here. He's going to charge it straight into the enemy infantry. That's a fully upgraded cavalry unit, and what he's doing, he's just simply trying to slow down Lando's infantry from getting over to the cavalry scrap. He's going to make that cavalry unit, as I say, the sacrificial lamb, trying to slow us down, and he's done it. Look, he slowed that Scipii infantry down there, and that may well give us the time to take out the enemy cavalry before that Scipii infantry can get involved. Do you see what I mean? We've got more cavalry charging in there. Look, some more Julii cavalry charging in there. Come bang! As we smash in there, as this infantry is just arriving of Lando's now. Right, that's good news for us. Right, I think we've routed all of Crypto's cavalry. All of Crypto's cavalry has been routed there, and JGP's, I think as well, a lot of JGP's cavalry, but I think we have routed all of Crypto's cavalry. So it's now time for us to get our cavalry out of that area now with all these 15 units of Lando's infantry coming in on us. Okay, so we need to move our cavalry away from Lando's infantry as fast as we can. We've done the damage that we can there. Now, over here you'll see Vicox's 6 infantry moving towards Lando's army there. But the best thing for Vicox to do, if I was him, is take his army over to his allies there rather than try and take on Lando's 15 infantry. Here you'll see JGP being very tactical, trying to get some units around the flank of this old army of mine. Okay, there, if we look further on up the battle line there, you'll see that there's not a real lot going on over on our right flank and right centre there. You see Scorpion King's got some cavalry units there, probably trying to take out some of Spark's archers there, and plus we've got all these archers here of ours shooting into the enemy archers as well. You've got infantry there, Scorpion King's infantry there. Looks like he's shadowing Spark's infantry there. But meanwhile we got Earth's infantry and my infantry over here. Now you can see Crypto's army there. Remember, Crypto, I think, it's got 14 infantry units, and he's moving over towards Lando. They might combine to attack Vicox, mine, and Earth's infantry there. As I say, remember, the enemy team have got 47 infantry units against our 30. Okay, but as I say, at this particular part of the battlefield now, we need to move our cavalry away from Lando's infantry. Okay, we've done the damage that we can. We can't do any more damage at the moment with our cavalry. We just need to move it away from Lando's infantry there. Okay, so you can see that's what we're doing now. We're moving our cavalry away. There you can see Lando would love to catch our cavalry with his infantry if he could, but we just need to get away now. Away from that infantry. As I say, we've done the damage that we could. I think, as I say, we've taken out all of Crypto's cavalry and we've weakened a lot of other enemy cavalry there. We may have even taken out a lot of Crypto's JGP's cavalry as well. Right here you'll see my archers are shooting into the rear of this SBQR unit of JGPs, so make no mistake, I'll be causing him a lot of casualties there. And you can see some of my troops are throwing pilers into this SBQR unit, and you can see that SBQR unit throwing pilers into my infantry. Right, as I say, you can see JGP coming around the flank of my infantry there. Okay, nice move there by JGP. Very good tactical move. But here, look, you can see that Lando's infantry are now all the way over there, and now we can just get our cavalry away from his infantry and back into the fray. So his infantry is away from the main battle now, and we'll just move our cavalry around his infantry and get our cavalry back into the battle there, leaving his infantry there. Did you see his infantry were hiding in the long grass there? And you just saw them come out of the long grass there. Okay, so he'll be moving his infantry now, make no mistake, back over to the main battle fray here. But as I say, here you'll see that I've turned infantry to face the threat of JGP's infantry coming in on me there. And you can also see Crypto's infantry moving forward towards my army as well. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try a hammer and anvil attack. My infantry being the anvil, and you'll see my cavalry fast approaching to go into the rear of JGP's infantry there. Okay, make no mistake about that. It's going to be a hammer and anvil attack. There you can see my cavalry coming in. You can see Sparks' green cavalry attacking the flank of my infantry. But here comes my cavalry, look, and bang! We smash in there. I've got some more cavalry arriving now, which I'm just going to change the trajectory. There you go. I'm going into this part of JGP's infantry, look, and bang! Bang! And get ready for this, and bang! Right, you'll see Spark has charged his green Brutii cavalry in to attack my cavalry, but I'm going to move my infantry forward towards Spark's cavalry as well there. Can you see I'm moving my infantry? So I've got infantry and cavalry fighting Spark's cavalry there. You'll see that there's some of Lando's cavalry charged into me as well, but you can see there's my allies are arriving with cavalry as well there. So I think, if I'm not mistaken there, we've just taken basically all of JGP's infantry out there. So I think all of JGP's infantry may well have just been taken out there. You may have one unit left, possibly. I'm getting piloted from Crypto's SBQR army, throwing loads of pilers into my infantry there. So I need to pull my infantry back towards my allies. You can see that Brutii cavalry was thinking of charging in there, but then he pulled back. But I'm pulling my army back now. It's a bit of an exposed position there. But as I say, yeah, I think we've taken out most of JGP's infantry there. So that was a pretty good move from our team, I thought. Very good. Okay, let's pause the game for a second here. So now Vicox here looks a little bit exposed there, don't you think? A little bit isolated. And if Lando's 15 infantry turns on to Vicox's 6 infantry there, I think Vicox could be in trouble. It might be a good idea to Vicox to bring his infantry over to his allies there, rather than get caught by Lando's infantry. Make no mistake, Lando would have spotted Vicox's 6 infantry there and may well decide to try and attack. Meanwhile here, look, we've got cavalry in behind the enemy troops there. As I say, I think we've taken out a heck of a lot of enemy cavalry there, and I think we've actually got cavalry advantage now, which is pretty good news for us there, I think. And as I say there, you can see there's my army there. And what I was thinking of doing was attacking that Brutii army there of Sparks. But that SBQR army, that big SBQR army, is a bit too close for that. A lot of my units have been battle damaged there, as you can see. And as I say, Vicox's army, it does look kind of, to me, a little bit exposed there, a little bit, as I say, isolated. I just hope that Lando doesn't pounce on him there. That's what I'm hoping there. But you can see Lando moving towards him there. As I say, best thing for Vicox to do is to try and get his army over towards his allies. It wouldn't surprise me if Spark attacked with his infantry and cavalry to try and hold up Vicox's infantry, allowing Lando's infantry to attack. Do you see what I mean? That would be a good tactical move for the enemy there. Where you can see Spark there moving his infantry and cavalry and trying to hold up Vicox, while his teammate Lando could charge in. And make no mistake here, Vicox could lose his entire infantry there at this stage of the battle. Meanwhile, over here on our far right flank, you'll see that our allies are making the most of their archers. Remember, we had 26 archers against their 10. Okay, so we got 26 archers against their 10, but as I said on several occasions before, they've got 47 infantry against our 30 infantry. So I don't think the archer advantage that we got would make up for that there. There's a big clump of archers there. Make no mistake, Scorpion King will be moving those archers around the battlefield to the best tactical position where he can kill the most enemy troops shooting into the rear or flank of them there. But as I say, poor old Vicox, his infantry there, I think, is in a bit of, as I say, an exposed, isolated position there. Look at Lando. I bet he can't believe his luck. 15 infantry units plus his green ally there moving in on Vicox's 6 infantry. Oh my gosh. Vicox would be lucky to get away with any of his infantry, I think, at this stage of the battle there. Just look, overwhelming numbers, inundated there, look. Poor old Vicox's army was inundated by sheer numbers there. That's what I mean about bringing just 6 infantry to the battlefield against armies, you know, get 14 and 15 infantry units. You know, that's the Achilles heel here. Now here, this is a great attacking move by Scorpion King SR, attacking Crypto's SBQR army there with both infantry and cavalry. A great aggressive move there. And you can see Earth's cavalry going to charge in there. Now remember, the Earth's cavalry and Scorpion King's cavalry are fully upgraded. Get ready for this, and bang! And he smashes in there. Nice hit there by Earth. Right, let's pause the game for a second. Now remember that Crypto's got no cavalry to defend his infantry with. All his cavalry were taken out earlier in this cavalry battle which we saw. Remember, we saw here, we took out, I think, all of Crypto's cavalry and a lot of other enemy cavalry as well. So he's got no cavalry to help his infantry here. So my allies, both Scorpion King and Earth, can now use their cavalry as well as their infantry to smash into Crypto's army. As I say, Crypto's got no cavalry to defend his infantry with there. Now, I'm getting a bit older, I'm getting a bit slower now. What I should have done, a couple of years ago, I would have had my infantry already over there attacking Crypto's SBQR troops with Scorpion Kings. Just a bit slow in my reactions and a little bit slow in my tactical thoughts there, but that's where my infantry should be, over there helping Scorpion King take out Crypto's army. But over here you'll see a combination of green Brutii Spark's troops there and the blue troops of Lando. But as I say, if we can just take out Crypto's army here before reinforcements can get over to him, then that would be a really good move for us. As I say, as Crypto's got no protecting cavalry cover for his infantry here, my allies can use their fully upgraded cavalry and just charge into his infantry. His general, I think, has been taken out already. There you can see cavalry going in there again. Bang! As they smash in their fully upgraded cavalry there. Now I'm bringing my infantry over. Once again, a bit too slow. I should have been over there a lot earlier there. But you can see me bringing my infantry across there. But it's, you know, it doesn't matter now because my allies have taken out Crypto's army. Now make no mistake, some of Crypto's units will rally. Okay, yes, all his infantry was taken out there, but a lot of his units will rally and they will form up with his allies there. Okay, you can see that. Okay, so you can see us moving our archers forward there, our infantry and our cavalry, and you can see the enemy team is forming up now into a defensive formation. Okay, as I say, I think most of their cavalry, I think there might be Spark's cavalry. Now if you notice here, you'll see that Spark is chasing down routing units. Now what is two reasons for that. One, he's stopping them from rallying, which is great, but also he's going to get himself some good kills as well. Remember, if you chase down routing units, you get the kills. You get some really good kills there, but also he's stopping them from rallying as well. So he's kind of killing two birds with one stone, if you see what I mean, because I know he likes to get good kills in his battles there. But you'll see here that Lando's moving his Scipii troops over towards the rallied troops of Crypto there. But if they form up into a defensive formation, then that of course hands the initiative to us. Okay, the moment you form up into a defensive formation, all you can do is react to the enemy troops. And there was a unit there hiding in the long grass, look, one of Crypto's units there. But yeah, they look to me like they're just going to form up into a defensive formation there. And of course, as I say, the moment they do that, they hand the initiative to the enemy. You can see Spark's got his infantry, his cavalry here. Combination of cavalry and infantry that he's attacking some of our troops. As I say, all the way through this battle, remember that our team are the red Julii. We are all red Julii troops, and all the other different colours there are the enemy troops there. So here you'll see Scorpion King looking to move tactically around the flank of the enemy troops there. You can see him moving his infantry around the flank there. So that's a nice tactical move. As I say, as I just said earlier, the moment a team goes defensive, then the other team has got all the initiative there. And that's what we're doing. You'll see Earth being very aggressive here, attacking the forward units of Lando's infantry there. Okay, we've got cavalry in behind them as well. And remember that all the Julii cavalry are fully upgraded. Okay, so make no mistake about that. They're going to charge in there. I've lost all my cavalry, by the way. All my cavalry are dead. They got killed earlier there, but all my allies, red Julii cavalry, are fully upgraded. You can see us moving archers forward as well, shooting fire arrows into the enemy team. Remember, fire arrows don't just cause casualties, but they lower the morale of enemy troops as well. That's why you're seeing fire arrows going into them. Now, I remember at this stage of the battle, I was trying to think tactically on the best way to use my army to help my allies here. And you're going to see something I'm going to do in a minute, which on the face of it might seem a bit strange, but there is a tactical reason for it, what I'm going to do with my infantry. Okay, right, can you see I'm running my infantry forward here? Okay, now the reason I'm doing that, okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. Right, you can see I'm running my infantry forward. Now the reason I'm going to do that is I'm going to charge in to these enemy Scipii troops. Okay, I'm going to charge in and then I'm going to hold. So I'm going to attack, hold, and then I'm going to try and encourage as many of those enemy Scipii infantry units as I can to attack my infantry units while I'm holding. And hopefully that will then enable my team to get in behind them, to get in around their flanks and come in from different angles on them there. Okay, meanwhile over here you'll see Spark there attacking some of our Julii troops with his fully upgraded cavalry there. And as I say, chasing down routing units as well, stop them from rallying. As I say, if you do that, you'll usually get some really good kills as well. Okay, but over here, as I say, you've got some Sparks infantry there as well. And as I say, you've got some SPQR rallied infantry of Crypto. But as I say, I'm going to charge, you'll see me charge my Julii infantry into that Scipii infantry. They probably weren't expecting that, to see me charging my infantry in, okay? So for a start off, that might be a bit of a surprise to them. But you can see there, I'm charging all my infantry in. My task here for the team is to charge in, be very aggressive, and then once I get kind of embedded into their troops, I'm then going to put my troops on hold. I'm going to press the stop attack button there, so they're no longer going to attack and they're just going to hold. Now look, can you see I'm now attracting loads of enemy infantry onto my infantry there, which I'm hoping will enable my allies to get round behind them, to hit them in the flank. And that's what I'm hoping that my allies will be able to do. They're moving their archers around as well to get better angles to shoot into them as well. We've got, as I say, we've got cavalry in behind them, okay, and the infantry of my allies that hopefully get round behind them as well, as I'm trying to attract as many Scipii units as I can onto my infantry. Okay, so I initially attacked, I got embedded in with those Scipii troops, and I have now stopped and I'm now in defense mode. Okay, so I'm now just stopped there, attracting as many Scipii infantry units as I can. Look at all those Scipii infantry attacking my troops now. And my troops are holding steady there, look. Can you see they're holding steady there? I've got a lot of morale in this old-based army, this old-fashioned army there, so you can see I'm holding, and hopefully, as I say, my allies will be able to position themselves round the battlefield and come in from different angles as I'm pinning and holding so many enemy units there. You can see the cavalry. See our cavalry coming in behind there, let's see. Nice charge. I think that's Scorpion King's cavalry there. They're coming in. Get ready for this. Look. Bang! And then the second lot comes in. Look. Bang! And they smash in there as well. Nice hit there from my allies coming in behind and smashing into the enemy troops. The only trouble is, I think my allies' cavalry are exhausted, which means their battle proficiency won't be that good. Now you can see a couple of Scipio infantry have got in behind my infantry there, so I'm being attacked from the flank and from behind, but I'm still holding. So look at the number of troops I'm attacking my units there, which I thought, you know, would help my allies. You can see Sparks Brutii infantry here fighting some of our Julii infantry. As I say, our archers there shooting fire arrows into them all the time. Remember, as I said before, fire arrows lower the morale of enemy troops as well as cause casualties. Okay, so we got fire arrows going into them, and as I say, my infantry is holding firm. Here you can see a couple of Julii units there, I think, of Scorpion Kings there, trying to fight his way round the flank. I've got a couple of archer units there I'm bringing into the fray. I think the that archer unit still got arrows in, but that archer unit, if I remember, hasn't. Have a quick look. They've drawn their daggers, look. So they've run out of arrows there, but I'm just going to charge them into the rear of those engaged enemy troops there. And this unit here, I'm shooting fire arrows into the rear of the engaged enemy troops, trying to lower their morale. But as it stands at the moment, you'll see that my red Julii infantry there are holding. It's going to help my team to get into better positions, to get in behind them and things like that. And you can see that cavalry attack. He needs to pull his cavalry out now, I think, and lock and load them and charge them back in. But just look at all those enemy blue Scipio troops attacking my infantry there. So they're doing exactly what I wanted them to do. They're really concentrating on my infantry. And as I say, hopefully that will allow my teammates to get round behind them and come in from different angles. So I may well lose all my infantry in the end there, but it might be worth it for the team there, if you see what I mean. But you can see all those enemy troops. Remember, we got green Brutii troops pressing in on me as well as those blue Scipio troops there. So as I say, I'm just hoping my allies can get into good positions now. There, you can see, as I say, the archer fire. We had 26 archers to their 10. So if you can imagine the fire arrows we could be shooting into them there. Right, can you see I've moved out of defence now. I'm going to attack. Okay, I'm going to try and attract even more Scipio troops onto me there. Can you see there? Now, as I say, this could be kind of a bit of a suicide mission for my infantry. It could well be that, but hopefully it would be worth it for the team. There you can see loads of enemy troops closing in on my infantry there. And look at my teammates here going around the battlefield now. Hopefully can get in behind them there while my infantry's still managing to hold. I don't know how long my infantry's going to hold now. I can see several of my units starting to rout. They've been fighting for a long time there. But you can see I'm still attracting a lot of enemy units attacking my infantry there. So, as I say, my allies hopefully are making the most of that with their positioning of archers there. They're all attacking with archers as well as using the archers that have still got arrows left to shoot fire arrows into the enemy team there. There you are, can see a couple more of Scipio units coming in attacking my units there. So you can just see the amount of enemy units that are attacking my infantry at this time. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. So, as I say, I think I've just got 2 infantry units left there against a lot of enemy troops. And this one cavalry unit here, if Scorpion King plays that right, I think the enemy troops are very tired. And I'm just thinking a cavalry hit in one of 2 places there, maybe there might be a better hit for him there. Take out those 2 infantry units and free up all that infantry there to attack. I think that would be the better tactical hit there for Scorpion King. Let's see if that's what he's going to do, using all of his years of experience on RTW. Look at the way he's moving towards these 2 enemy infantry units. He'll aim for the furthest unit away so that he'll penetrate straight through the other unit. Get ready for this. Bang! bang, as he smashes in. Routed those 2 tired Scipio units on impact. That's a great move. So all these troops now can concentrate on these enemy troops. Now my general has just been routed, leaving 1 of my units left fighting. That's the only unit that I've got left now. But that infantry of mine was doing exactly what I wanted it to do, holding and pinning as many enemy units as I could. Now these units, a Scorpion King can charge him. I'm just thinking if you could get a cavalry unit in behind them there, that could well be the end of the battle possibly. See that 1 unit of mine still fighting there. I think I'm down to 4 men there. I think they're going to fight to the last. I don't think they're going to rout. I think they're just going to fight until they're all dead. There, here comes that cavalry unit. Now he's just going to charge it in there, but he saw that they turned to face that unit. Look. So you can still see here we're moving forward there. But he's got that cavalry unit. I think if he could just smash in to that enemy blue infantry there, which he's going to do, if he can just get that general to rout, I think that could be it. Here he goes. Look, get ready, and bang, as he smashes in there. If we could just get that blue Scipio general to rout, I think that the rest of that infantry will rout. If we could just get that done there. Okay, so there you are. The blue Scipio general is just routed there. And I think the only troops left now are Sparks there. Like, can you see? Sparks green Brutii infantry there. That's Lando's general's just been taken out there. And as I say, it wouldn't surprise me now if Spark admitted defeat. Let's just pause the game for a second here. So this, believe it or not, is a massively spread out battle here. Okay, a real spread out battle. There you can see dead everywhere. And as I say, there's just 1 unit of Sparks infantry left, and it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle. Now, out of my entire army, that's the only troops I've got left. Just 20 units, 20 men in that archer unit. The rest of my army has been completely taken out there. But I hope what I did there with my infantry really did help the team in attracting so many enemy units there. So if we look over here, you'll see loads of dead over here. A lot of these troops would have been killed by archer fire. Okay, a lot of these troops are moving towards the other flank there. Remember, we had 25 archers to their 10. Or no, 26 archers to their 10, sorry. But they did have 47 infantry against our 30. So here you can see lots of dead here where the fighting was really intense. Here, as you say, just look over the battlefield here and you can see there's patches of real intense fighting. There, as you just move across the battlefield there. Just look at all these dead here. As we move over here, this is where the final part, if you like, of the battle was fought here. That was a real intense part of the fighting there, just at this area here. Over here, you'll see that looked like a big cavalry and infantry fight. But I think what might have been a little bit pivotal here was there was this big cavalry fight here. Remember this at the beginning of the battle where we took out, I think, all of Crypto's cavalry and I think maybe all of JGP's cavalry as well. Now that could prove pivotal because that, of course, freed up our cavalry then to move around the battlefield as we wanted to and hit targets as we wanted to then because we've taken out so much of their cavalry. But I think, bearing in mind that we started with a 30 infantry units against 47, for us to win this battle, I think, you know, really great teamwork there to my teammates. I think, you know, it was on the face of it at the beginning, maybe we didn't look like we had much of a chance because of the numbers that they've got there. But somehow we managed to go on to win. So, as I say, well done to my teammates there. And there you go. And the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. I thought everybody played well. Great battle, guys. A real old school. So pleased it was average. Highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Spark. As I say, if you chase down routing units, you do 2 things. You stop them from rallying, which is great for the team, but also you get yourself some good kills as well. So well done to Spark. Stopped units from routing and got himself some good kills. So, as I say, well done to him. Well done to Crypto. I thought he played quite well. He'll be disappointed with the kills that he got. If we get less than 1,000 kills, we are disappointed. So he'll be a bit disappointed. As I say, well done to Spark, highest kills in the game. Well done to JGP. He'll be disappointed as well because he got less than 1,000 kills there. We always are. And well done to Lando. He got some good kills there as well. So well done, guys. Great battle. Really old school Rome v Rome. My kills, yeah, not too bad. I thought they weren't too bad kills, really. Not fantastic, but okay. Vicox would be disappointed with his kills because obviously, as I say, you get less than 1,000 kills. You are a bit disappointed there. So he'll be a bit disappointed with the kills there. But his army was caught, wasn't it? His infantry was caught there. Well done to Earth. Great kills there with his army. Well done. And well done to Scorpion King. So you can see there that Spark got the highest kills in the game. But Scorpion King... Anyway, see, Spark got the highest kills in the game. But Scorpion King, SR and Earth got the second and third highest kills in the game. So really well done to that, to them there. So they were a really old school, old-fashioned, classic Rome versus Rome battle there. You don't see that very often these days, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to show you this particular battle. I thought it turned into a bit of a classic there, and as I say, some very unusual army builds there. As I say, for the infantry deficit that we had, I thought we did well. Spartan Commander saying bye for now.